I'll start this video by selecting Sprite. Now I'll pick my favorite one. I like this. But these sprites look a little bit sad, so I'm going to pick my blinking eyes sprite. Also this amazing wings sprite. Now I want to combine all of them. Nice, this looks really cool. But this is too advanced for you guys. So I'm going to call Speedrun to teach you step by step how can you have this amazing sprite in your game and you can build on your own and do the combination you like. Now, Speedrun. It's your time.
After an intro like that, Daniel Druzicki, I feel even more excited to teach the folks here. Let's go ahead and create our own version of the NPC sprite. First, what I need to do is speedrun. Okay, follow step by step what I'm teaching you and you will learn. Basically, I have posted a video before where people are asking me how did I make the sprites here. So let me try to zoom in a little. Let's see if that works. And right here we find the video. So let's type here sprite. Right here. You see up here, that's the sprite sheet where you can cut the sprite. And this character was a combination of 3 different sprites. And people are asking me, how do I do that? And this is what you're going to learn today, my friends. Now I can close this and let's get started by opening a data.grf with GRF Editor. Remember, every program that I'm using here will be linked in the description. So if you need to download it, you can find it right there. Now, I'm going to provide you these names right here. These are GBrush names or gibberish. And here you can paste the name. So it's .spr, this means sprite. So here I can see that search for like flags and wings and rope items. So you can actually come here and pick whatever you like. It does not have to be these red wings. But I'm going to choose these. Now you want the copy of blinking eyes. Okay, so you can also have this name here. And that probably does not belong on IRO GRF. So how do I find it? You can go to LL Chris link. So there is another video I made where I'm gonna link the card here so you can add missing sprites. You watch the video, it's gonna help you out. And you can find this blinking eye sprite that is actually in one of the Ragnarok Online. So I'm not sure if it's J-Row or Taiwan row, but this is sprite right here. Okay. So this is the blink eyes. Next, I have this NPC right here. And this NPC is just front and back. You can pick any one you want. But this one should be in the data GRF from IRO. Let's see. Yeah, here we are. And there it is. Okay, so you can pick any combination you like. Once we have that, we are going to extract the sprites. So I have extract them from data GRF. Let me give an example because maybe you don't know how to extract from the GRF. And here we are. So once you're here, what you want to do is select Act and Sprite. So ac.act.spr. You select both by holding Control, or yeah, that's the way to do, or you can hold Shift to select many. So I'm holding Control and then selecting these two. I'll right click. So right click and go to extract ... All right. When you choose here, you can locate where you want to extract, and you will have the files from your GRF into your right folder. Now we can start putting them together and create one piece of sprite right here. So what do I need? Well, this NPC has two directions, front and back, and the mirror of left and right for both sides. So I can go ahead and open the first sprite on the Act Editor, and I can see this has side. So we don't need the front because this sprite I selected. I'll open right here so you understand what I'm talking about. The sprite I have selected only has the front. Okay, let's yeah. So right click will be able to drag around. So you have right. So you have fronts, both directions, but we don't have straight forward. It's just like 45 degrees left and right. Now I'm going to my other sprite right here. So this we can ignore, okay, in this case. And I'm going to take this one. So I need this and I need this. That's pretty much it. This front and this is back. Okay. They look about the same. No, they're slightly different. Okay, perfect. Nice. So I'm going to go ahead, select this, and this says sprite number 1. So here we are. This is sprite number 1. I'm gonna right click and I'm going to click on export. When I click export, I'm going to select here and create a folder and say Sprite export. I'm going to open this Sprite export folder and I'm going to extract it right here. Let's begin with the character. So let's actually, I think I can select more than one at the same time. Remember, there is a way. File, export all sprites right here. And then I'm going to pick this folder location and select folder. Nice, we have the BMP files. Okay. So you can either use this color of backgrounds or you can use the FF00FF. But I'm going to guide you and explain a little bit. So this is exported. Now I want to export this. So these are exported manually actually. So let's paste it here and export. Just be careful to don't overwrite it. In this case, it did not. Because here says 001 and here have 4 zeros. Okay. Now I'm going to export this one right here. And I'm going to make sure it's not overwriting anything here. Okay, now we just need the blinking eyes. And that's pretty easy. So here is the blinking eyes. So make sure you have this Act Editor. So we are looking for the frame. So there are 3 frames. Okay. We can already scale in. But we need the sprite number 3, number 4, and number 5. 3, 4, and 5. So let's export one by one in this case. So here I'm going to rename ice 1. Okay, we have here ice 1. And then ice 2. And ice 3. Okay, so now we have all of the sprites we need. We can start to combine them. Let's go. I am going to first go to Photoshop. After that, I'm going to create a canvas that I can work with the sprites. Okay. And the cool thing is you can actually make, let me give you a cool example, guys. You watch the video where I recolor the sprites. Like, let's say I got this sprite right here. So I'm going to file, let's do something really cool. So I go palette editor. Right here I can click, or I can click on the whole palette, guys. And I can change everything at the same time. Look how cool this is. Then I just need save. And I have recolored this. Now I can export already with the color. And you save a lot of time in Photoshop. Look at these. It's awesome. But I'm going to use this since the intro and the request by Daniel Druzik was this. So let's go ahead, continue. I'm going to go ahead and drag our exported sprites here to Photoshop. Nice, so I zoom in here. So let's go image mode. You can see it's indexed colors. So I need to turn this into RGB color, guys. And now I can use W, which is selecting to magic wand 2. And then I can go ahead and delete the background. Wait, create another layer first. And then double click on this layer. So you can click OK. And now I can drag this up and delete the background. Look, now I have this character. Okay, so he's in a very good size. I'm going to select all of this on the right layer, Control C, and then I'm going to click Control N to create a new canvas. Okay, a new document. And right here, I am going to go with, let's do 400 by 400, just for now. Nice. And here I'm going to leave somewhere over here and get the other side of the sprite. Also cut the background. So this is still a, let me see. So here I need to rasterize layer, delete the background. And copy this sprite. Right, so I copied and dragged this sprite over here. Now I am going to do the same thing with the wings. I have the front and back with the in the background. Now I drag the wings. I want to add the wings So let's see. Have to be under the character. Let's try to delete the background here. So always remember to rasterize layer with right click on the layer here, and then there's option rasterize. Okay, so I can delete the background. Nice. So here I can actually drag and kind of preview where it fits nicely. If you cannot feel it, you can choose the layer of the character and you can add 50 right here. So if you need to rename the layer and know where your stuff is at, you can just double click here and say, oh, char front 1, okay, whatever. And then, or you can also color, like let's say green is the character layer. If you don't see this transformation tool, maybe your is not checked this box, so there is no transformation selected. Things that might happen with you guys, right? So I'm just trying to be nice and show. Okay, here let's say her back. So it needs to be around the neckline. So I think about here it's correct. Then I can go ahead and bring her past the back. Okay, here's good. Now I'm going to drag this more to the side here and do the same thing. So I can bring these other wings and then delete these. Wait, so I need to rasterize layer. Okay, now here's the back. Now we can actually see the back. So I'm thinking, guys, to lower the opacity in this one right here. So I think her neckline is about here. Do I need to Control R and then drag a line? And then actually Control semicolon can turn on and off. And then I should bring this wing like here. That would be too tall, right? So I think, guys, I think this is about sense. Okay, I think here looks pretty good on the backside. Okay, and then I'm going to bring here the texture. I want to bring this a little bit more like this. It feels just more right in the eyes for me in my case. Okay, now we have this nice sprite, but she still said AF, alright? What's AF mean, speedrun? You Google. Now I'm going to bring these 3 sprites at the same time and separate them here. Okay, let's do a good job. Good job, guys. Number 1. This eyes 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Number 1. I want to bring these eyes over here. And I want to make this a 50%. Okay, kind of match where it should be. But you can see that they don't really match. Okay, so you need to play around a bit with this, okay? Can scale down if you scale down, but I am going to kind of just leave like that. Okay, I can drag. Oh, come on, something bug. Okay, let's see. Does that feels okay? Kind of, not really. What about that? That feels okay to me. If you are very, like you very crazy from the mind, and want to come here, you know, create a layer and adjust this to your needs. Okay, you can, but I'm not gonna bother myself about it, and I'm going to leave like this. Now this is number 1, and we need to make a copy of this front here. Let's drag holding Alt and Shift, so we have a perfect copy here. Now I'm going to I'm going to replace this above it. So let's bring all the way up and bring it above the same place here. Okay, can you see that? Nice. So now she's blinking. Okay, she's blinking. I need to delete the one below. Okay, so it doesn't show that. And now have a third front sprite, okay, of the blinking. Let's bring down here and bring the blinking layer all the way up. Now you can see that, my people. You can see that she has fully blinked. That looks so awesome. All right, now we can select all of this. Whoa, right click, convert smart objects. And actually, smart objects can be converted back. I know. There is an option here, convert to layers. So it's going to unpack all the layers here, guys. Did you know that? Anyway, now you have a image right here, and then you select all of these. Right click, convert smart object. Select all of these. Right click and convert smart object. Okay. Now the back only needs to be these two. Okay, convert smart object. Oh, Speedrun, why the back only have 2 sprites? You're joking me right now, yeah? Can you see her eyes from the back? Anyway, now 1, 2, 3, and then the back sprite. So look how cool this is. Soon we have a happy version of the same sprite. That's right, like we just made something cooler than the you got what I mean. Now I'm going to convert smart object, so it's already done. I want to drag a line right here, ladies and gentlemen, and then I'm going to drag this sprite and just paste 1 block. All right, folks, so you can put sprites with 1 pixel distance, and you can put the sprites anywhere you want. At the end of the day, I was teaching something else, and I realized that that's not the case. So just, I had a little cut right there. You understand that now is everything fine. Once you have gave 1 pixel distance or add your sprite like that, you can see that the Spritesheet Unpacker will already cut for you the images. So that's what I mean in the thumbnail back in the video. So now I select where do I want to export it. I can put here, press enter, and then click export. So it goes and selects OK. Now it's gonna open a window, open inside window where the sprite is located. And you can see now that we have the sprite done. What we need now is just to Control X that, and we Control V over here, okay? Now we have 0, 1, 2, 3. Now we can open this sprite right here. So I'm going to Control C, Control V this, press F2 to rename, and say this is the Happy Angel NPC, okay? Happy Angel NPC will be available for anyone I'm going to probably add this sprite in rAthena. All right, so you can download over there, and I'm going now to just put all the things together. All right. So now I can put a 0 and then merge palettes or convert to, you see what it works, okay? Sometimes one will work better over the other. Look at the color, it just feels right, it feels cool. Okay, so I'm going to just, did you realize it fits perfectly, right? So when that's fit, I can actually click on the back one and delete it. Okay, now we can also go here and say I want sprite 0, but that's not the best case. Let's copy from here and then paste over here. Okay, now let's copy from here and paste over here. But right here I want to click mirror and find where it's the best in space. So here it matches. Now I can go ahead and delete the one below. So I know exactly where it was officially. And I can just copy and paste. I can just delete the back layer and paste it, guys. So now is the back side. Okay, we need the back side. Let's go ahead and bring the back side. There we go. And now I'm going to drag and drop. So we need to mirror that. Ooh, okay, that's looking good. Now I go ahead, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and delete this. Don't need to have that layer behind. And now I can Ctrl V and remove mirror and make sure it matches. It's actually really well matched. The location and here as well. So let's copy this, delete this frame, Ctrl V. All right, so now we already have replaced it. We only need the blinking eye. So how do I do it? Speedrun, Ctrl T if I remember right, and then just hit OK. So now I'm going to create a second frame, and all you need to do is to bring number 2. Let's see, number 1 and 2. So I'm bringing number 1 and 2. So now they become number 4 and 5. I can go ahead and delete these 2. I don't need any more. Okay. Now I want to just change this to number, what? Let's see, number 2. So this is the sprite number 2 now. And you can see that it starts to blink. Okay. Which one is number 1? This seems like number 1. Yeah, so you got what I mean. So now I press Ctrl T to add a third frame, and this time I'll choose number 3. So you can see that it's blinking. So in the game it will be like, okay, but that's too fast. What you can do is you can change, like, let's say 200 millisecond, I guess that is. You see that it blinks a little slower. Now I can actually just duplicate once again, duplicate it. So the third one, I can say I want sprite 0 again. Sprite 0 is over here. So it blink and stays a bit. Okay, so now I can Ctrl T one more time. So it will blink and stay. It will blink and stay. You see that? How natural it feels. Okay, so you have a little movement in the game that makes everything more pretty. All right. And this is quite a long tutorial, but it's worth to learn for sure. So now I can duplicate, what? Let's see how many frames they have. 7. So I can duplicate 7 times. All right, now I have 7 frames. Let's see, so sprite 0. then sprite 2, 3, 0, 0, 0. Sprite 0, then sprite 2, and then sprite 3, 0, 0, 0. Okay? So now it feels the same. Remember to match the milliseconds here. You see how quick we can make a sprite, yeah? Oh, 200 milliseconds, and now I'm going to just duplicate a few times the frame until match 7. And right here too. And the other ones doesn't need. So now I know that this will be 2, sprite number 2, and this will be sprite number 3. Okay, so this will be sprite number 2 and sprite number 3. We have finished. You can, if you made a sprite, you can go ahead and make a watermark, paste over here. So I could have added here by Speedrun, and then just add over here so you have a watermark for Sprite. But I have this video to prove I made it, and you will be you have available, right? Okay. That was the tutorial. Now I can just go ahead, file save. You will see that will update over here. Happy Angel. Now I can go ahead and say final sprite. I can paste this over here. Once I open, oh, you can be asking yourself, my one doesn't show the sprite like yours. There is another tutorial in this video where I teach you how to preview sprites like this. Now look at that happy angel, and then I double click. Now we have a happy angel right here. Oops, did I close that? So you can see everything has been saved successfully. Now you got a cool sprite right here to add in your game. Okay. So this was a very basic tutorial actually. It's not even that difficult. But it's definitely a struggle if you just getting started with sprites. I hope no more or less this video was useful and you enjoyed this content. Support Speedrun, Daniel Drzik as you can. I am staying here. I want to see your server shine, because one more candle and lighted means better world. Let's go ahead. Bye bye, Speedrun.